No, I went to go see this family sometime later because I really wanted to investigate this, because I thought, well, hang on now, you've had this footage for 6 years. And it's by far some of the best footage, if not the best footage I've ever seen. The camera only shows so much. When they saw it with their own eyes, they could clearly see something dome-like shaped, something that was clearly underneath it, and they could see that it was hovering and it was tilting up on its side sometimes. This thing was there, but it was clearly not something that we can understand, you know? Long after this happened, and the footage was looked at by the police, and they called their officers to make sure if there was any of their own helicopters flying around or any sort of other air traffic, and they confirmed there was nothing there.
Since 2013, we have been given messages from the spirit world through psychic communication, dreams, and personal experiences, which have been validated through numerous paranormal sessions.
Hi, Brother Jonathan.
And a group known as the Council of 12 have given us predictions, guidance, and information surrounding everything from ufology, spirituality to politics and ancient history, all of which we have investigated to the best of our ability. Throughout this quest, your contribution has been vital to our work. So if you find this video useful, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, join the conversation in the comment section below. You are the ones that help us along this journey. We are so grateful for everything you have given us. So join us on our quest into the cutting edge of research, and welcome to the Paranormal Now investigations.
This is the video of Nathan Thomas. He was 12 years old at the time, and this happened on January 3rd, 2012, and it was around 3 a.m. in the morning. Now, the weather conditions for this time were about, you had minus 1, minus 2 degrees temperature, 50 mile an hour winds, consistent winds, with gusts of 70, sometimes 80 miles an hour, and it was pouring down with rain. Now, this is Denbigh in North Wales. Sorry, they've gone a bit off track there. I'll just let it play anyway. It goes back to it now. Now, Nathan had heard a noise coming outside, and he discovered it was his bin that had blown over. He investigated what the noise was, and he discovered that the bin had been blown over. Now, he looks outside, and he can see there that there is these funny lights, which amazingly don't have any sort of beams coming off of them. They don't illuminate the ground as they, like when you shine a torch or a car light or something?
Yeah.
And you get the illumination from the actual thing. This is not doing any of that. That's very strange. And then how they described the lights to me is that when they saw them, I mean, look how many are there? They're just flickering on and off. The video does shake from time to time because they're really excited anyway. But you can see the full investigation I did on this on my video channel, the Denbigh Lights, and you'll see that this is not people messing around on bikes or as someone suggested, golf carts, because there is a golf cart, there is a golf course up this way. But this is not people walking around with torches hunting. There's not mountain walkers or the farmer at night, because he doesn't work at night apparently. Now, I went to see this family in, I think it was April of 2018. And I was with Sue Font at the time, and we got the chance to see this video. And I could tell right away that that was not anything that would be described as a helicopter or a plane, because the police were called in. The police were called in not long after this happened, and the footage was looked at by the police. And they called their officers to make sure if there was any of their own helicopters flying around or any sort of other air traffic, and they confirmed there was nothing there. So whatever you're looking at here is clearly something that it's moving in a bit closer now. Can you see? Richard? Jared,
yeah,
can you see
I got it.
Yeah,
I can see it. Sorry,
my jaw's
I
my jaw's on the floor, but yeah, I can't mess
yeah,
with
so you imagine, right? He's switched the camera over to some sort of night mode here now, or to sort of better contrast. You can see this is the genuine footage. This is the actual footage. I'm not going to show all of it because I'm showing you quite a bit. But I mean, if I just sort of pause it as I go through, you can see sometimes it lights up a few times and then it really goes bloody AWOL. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Go back. I do apologize for the camera shaking, but they were excited. And there was like family of 4 were all watching it. There was Alex Thomas, the older brother, who was 14 at the time. The mother, Linda Pritchard, was watching it too. And their niece and granddaughter to the family were also watching it. Right, this should be a more stable version by here. Okay. These are some of the more better clips by here as well. I mean, look at it. You know, there's lights underneath, there's lights on the side. And these lights are flashing like explosions, they call it. But then, I don't know if you've ever seen the old style. I can only describe it. The closest I can describe to it is, have you ever seen the old style cameras with the bulb, the sort of like gunpowdered bulbs in them?
Yeah.
You remember from the old 1920s, 1910s, you know, they had that shit and they dim like that. That's the only way I describe it, as, you know, not how you can, obviously that's not what this is, but that's the only way I describe it. And look at all these lights. They're not giving off any illumination. They're staying well within inside its own area. Now, I went to go see this family sometime later because I really wanted to investigate this, because I thought, well, hang on now, you've had this footage for 6 years. And it's by far some of the best footage, if not the best footage I've ever seen. The camera only shows so much. When they saw it with their own eyes, they could clearly see something dome-like shaped, something that was clearly underneath it, and they could see that it was hovering, and it was tilting up on its side sometimes. This thing was there, but it was clearly not something that we could understand, you know?
Were they filming through the window? Did they open the window?
They opened the window, yeah. So you're looking at it through an open window and through the camera.
Yeah, that's right. I thought I saw the window open. Now, I can remember going back some years, something very similar, and the family actually said, but when I noticed that the window was open, that just completely changes it. That just completely changes that footage, and just, whatever. I have never seen ever seen a vehicle with lights like that on it.
What I've done here is I've done examples of the video as to things that would normally be described, because I do want to say this, you know, the family have had to put up with so much shit from this, okay? And it's totally unjustified, and it's not right, and I don't put up with that kind of crap. And I always go through a lot of fact-checking myself before I actually put my name on something. And what's the word I'm looking for? You know, before I'm willing to say, you know, that this is a genuine thing.
Yeah, it's not even in the same realm, is it?
This is just a sparkler or something going off on the ground, you know. I mean, it has some kind of splashing going on, but as you can see, the grass around it is all getting all lit up. Look, somebody said sparklers would be there. There were people up in the fields running sparklers around, but how are you going to run sparklers when it's pouring down with rain at 3 o'clock in the morning with wind, or wind up to 50 miles an hour? Sometimes update. You can see, look, you know, there's the video.
Well,
there's
like you said, the reason they looked out to the window was because they heard the boom, which was their bin getting knocked over.
This is something I'll say to you, right? You know your own backyard, don't you?
Yeah.
You know the area. You know what goes on. You know what's normal to be seen, whether it's in the sky or around the different streets and neighborhoods and everything, or buildings nearby, or you got an RAF base down there, haven't you? And you know how that behaves. You know the airports behave. Things like that. They've never seen nothing like this before or since. Never seen nothing like it. And in this documentary I made, I actually transcribed the whole video. You know, like whatever words I can hear, I put underneath in subtitles, and you can see by their own words as it's happening, they have absolutely no idea where it is. They think it's here. That's a drone. There, look. This is a drone. Look. You can see green lights, red lights, but look how it moves.
Yeah.
Look how it moves. It doesn't move. It doesn't move in a circular pattern. It doesn't have an oval shape to it. Because as I said, what the camera sees is what people do not see with their own eyes. You know, their eyes are much more sharp. Obviously, the camera they used was a Camilio S30. Good camera, handheld thing. Nathan got it for Christmas, and he shot that brilliant footage. But all 4 of them are adamant that what they saw was none of these things that are described here. None of these things. Absolutely nothing. You know, that's a helicopter look. You can see again, that's a plane landing look. Does it look anything like what you're seeing there?
Not even close. It's not even close.
You know, I mean, this is what I say. I go to as much effort as I possibly can to eliminate every possible probable explanation, because I'm a skeptic. You know, I mean, I'm someone who knows these things exist because I've seen them myself, but I'm not going to just believe what I'm told. You know, I made that mistake before, years and years and years ago when I got started out. But obviously, you know, the more experience you get investigating things, the better you become. This is somebody trying to capture some wild birds with tagging or something. You can see, like, this is called lamping in some cases. You know, when people go hunting, they try to illuminate the animal's eyes, you know, by the reflectors in the back of their eyes. I can't think right now, because my head's in a million places, but the back of the eyes, you know, light up very brightly, and you can see them. But yeah, they're just going for birds. You know, they're trying to capture them for tagging or some other purposes. But look, you can see torches, very bright, very illuminated. You don't see that in the video. There is a farmer base called Crappie Farm. There's no lights up there. There's nothing like it. No comparison. This is somebody walking. Look, at night, you can see again, this is one of the torches, or a head torch. Look. Again, do you see that in the video? No, you don't. You don't need you don't need to be just use your common sense. Use your eyes, your common sense. You know, this is a genuine video with a genuine thing. And I've had this video analysed by a person named Jason Gleaves, who has authored 2 or 3 books now called UFO Only. And he's looked into this case. He's a former RAF man. He knows what to look for. And he wrote this down as unexplained. And somebody named Mick West tried to actually say that this was... see, there's the farm field there, look. That's Christ Woods. There's the golf course, look. This is where they live. This is where the direction it was. There's a quarry over there. There's something interesting about quarries I've noticed with many major UFO sightings. I've never really spoken about it publicly, but there always seems to be some very interesting quarries near major UFO sightings, but I don't make the comparison here, but maybe that's something worth keeping an eye out for. I mean, there's a quarry in Pentyrch as well, would you believe it? I thought this could be electrical arcing, you know, wires going up, but look again. You know, it's got that blue color, look, and look how it's look at the trees, look how easy all this stuff lights up. Nothing of the sort there, but plenty of it there. You cannot find any comparison whatsoever. Nothing, zero, zilch.